Why are some people attacking GFI and others seem to love it? That's a really good question. And I'll give you my opinion. Here's my opinion. For one, it's a networking model, right? It's a network marketing model. Some of the companies call it that, other companies don't call it that, but it's in that ilk, okay, where you're recruiting people and you don't get paid to recruit people. You do not get paid to recruit people. Okay. You get paid a percentage of what your team brings in and what you bring in. So that's how it actually works. But a lot of people have a problem with that model. But people, have heard so many myths about this industry. They think, oh, it's bad because it's like a pyramid. All the people at the top make the money. Yeah, the people at the top make all the money and everything. Okay. You have to look at when you're doing research on a company like GFI, you've got to realize that most people are ignorant when it comes to business. But most people are broke. They don't understand anything about business. They have no idea what the hell they're talking about, but they like to go online and talk about it. And so they fail, and then they don't look at themselves in the mirror and say, it was my fault. They look at the company or the industry and go, well, it's GFI's fault or WFG's fault or Primerica's fault or whomever. They don't want to blame themselves. That's 99.9% of the people I've run into. But don't blame a company or an organization or an opportunity when other people are succeeding at it and you're not. It makes no sense. It's just illogical. But that said, insurance marketing organizations and multi-level companies do tend to get a lot of heat because there's a lot of stories. And it's a low barrier to entry. For a very small amount of money, you can get started. So you get a lot of yahoos. You got a lot of goofballs that get into it because they don't have to pay $2 million to get started. So you get a lot of goofballs, you get a lot of riffraff that come through, and they have no business ever being in a business. You don't have to be a genius, but you have to have some business acumen. You have to have some discipline, some work ethic, or just forget it. You don't belong in business. And so they fail, and then they blame the company or the organization. And I'll wrap up with this. You got to look at this thing, I think, if you're really serious about investigating this is a serious opportunity for you and your family, look at it through the eyes of your personal needs. Forget the industry as a whole. Forget what other people say. It doesn't matter. This is about you and your family. Okay.